It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Lionsbridge FC is here and back. Season number 5, just moments away from kicking off. They're going to host Greenville United here at TowneBank Stadium, the site of Christopher Newport University in Newport News, Virginia. My name is Austin Urch, and I'm excited to be back in the booth and Lionsbridge back out onto the field. It's 60 degrees, pretty cloudy here over in Newport News. Had some rain earlier. We'll see if it'll be able to hold off throughout the duration of the contest tonight. And so we'll get into the starting lineups. First for the visiting Greenville United. Number 1, Jose Quiroga. Number 3, Mamadou Jallo. Number 5, Jacob Vaught. Number 6, Octavio Espino. Number 7, Mohamed Fofana. Number 8, Abdoulaye Mbaye. Number 11, Beloni Joseph. Number 31, Kenneth Bompong. Number 33, Victor Hernandez. Number 44, Derek Capel. Number 50, Jonathan Malcoco. And Lionsbridge, of course, wearing their signature blue uniforms. Greenville United wearing the green shorts and white tops. And of course, the officials in the yellow jerseys in the middle, separating the two teams for right now. As we get into tonight's starting lineup for Lionsbridge, which of course is presented by none other than Chick-fil-A. Starting in goal, number 1 for Lionsbridge, Nathan Jones. The number 27-year-old goalkeeper out of Flintshire, Wales. Number 2, Davide Materazzi, defender out of Perugia, Italy. Number 3, Roby, the defender from Lantana, Texas, at 21 years of age. Number 6, the midfielder, Andrew Bennett of Broxbourne, England. Number 11, also in the midfield, Lee Wattam. Plays at Shawan. He's out of England also, except from Leeds, at 27 years of age. Number 14, back in the back line, Charlie Elliott from London, England, 21 years old. A lot of younger players on this Lionsbridge side. Number 15, Hugo Kadima. Number 18, Miguel Guerrero in the defensive line once more. Number 21, Sam Hall, also in the midfield from Shawan. The Englishman, 24 years old. And I'll bring up number 24, Luke Staats. Certainly a name that Lionsbridge fans know from previous seasons. The 33-year-old defender. And Victor de Souza, the midfielder from Williamsburg, Virginia, rounding out the squad. And head coach Chris Wally, of course, for his 5th season with the club. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem and then be right back with the opening kickoff for the 5th season of Lionsbridge FC. And the defenders of the bridge out here wearing their jackets, hats, and scarves, and they've got a couple flags in the stands as well. It's about 60 degrees, pretty cloudy. It doesn't feel quite like a May spring or summer evening just yet, but hopefully as the season goes on, we'll get more and more of that nice, beautiful weather. You can't always pick and choose the conditions that you get to play in, and we'll see how both teams adapt to a bit of a slippery field out there. Saw a couple slips and the ball skipping around during warm-ups. We'll see if that has too much of an effect on the players as Lionsbridge breaks off into their huddle. Lionsbridge, of course, defending on the right side, wearing their blue uniforms once more. Greenville United in the white jerseys. The clock for the first half of tonight's match is brought to you by Bowditch Ford. Only Bowditch Ford can give you a Bowditch deal. Our lowest price possible, the absolute best service, and their commitment to your safety. They want to be your transportation partner for life. Bowditch Ford. Nobody beats a Bowditch deal. And before we get too far underway into this season, let's take a quick look back at last season for the boys in blue, and they qualified for the USL 2 playoffs for the very first time. That was in their 4th season. They got second place in the South Atlantic Division with 29 points, with a record of 9 wins, 2 losses, and 3 draws. Quite an impressive record for them. They've been a very strong team since joining USL 2 back in 2018. There's a fight for the ball, and Lionsbridge able to send this one back. That's Materazzi all the way back to Jones, who tries to boot it up back towards the far side of the field. But Greenville United able to win the ball back. They'll send it into their defense, try and play the possession game. Bit of an awkward pass, bouncing off the knees of Hugo Kadima, further back towards the Greenville goalkeeper. He redistributes it towards Victor Hernandez. And that one out of bounds. Looked like a misplayed pass there from number 7, Mohamed Fofana. It'll be a throw in deep inside Greenville United territory. Staats to take it. This one out of bounds. It'll be a throw in, but awarded to Greenville. Fortunate break for them. It's a look to be great positioning for Lionsbridge very early on in this contest. I mentioned the Lionsbridge faithful who are out here in support tonight for the season opener. Last year, Lionsbridge hosted the largest crowd in all of USL 2 last season, with 3,417 here at TowneBank Stadium. We'll see if they can match that number or even beat it this year. You see a lot of new faces out on the field. A couple of familiar ones. Whistle blows, and that's the first foul of the season. Goes against Lionsbridge. It'll be a free kick about halfway between the 18-yard box and the midfield line for Greenville United. Let's take a quick look at the lineup once again for Lionsbridge. Nathan Jones in the goal tonight, wearing that orange jersey. A previous player with Lionsbridge FC. We've seen him a couple times before. Saw action in the first game of the season last year, and coincidentally seeing it again here. Last time it was on the road down in Virginia Beach. And a 0-0 draw against Virginia Beach United. A couple of opportunities he faced, had to make a couple big saves, but the important part was he didn't let any goals past him. Wanted to preserve that clean sheet. Didn't quite get the win, but he did his job on the back end. This one is sent down to the opposite side of the field. Played back towards the goalkeeper. Has to chest it away. It's Guerrero. A very interesting ball back towards the goalkeeper. Of course, as you know, goalkeeper can't use his hands when it's passed directly back to him by a teammate. That'll be the first corner kick of the season. On the far side of the field, this one will be swinging away from the goal mouth. Guerrero has to be careful to make sure he doesn't overcommit to this one. Out towards the far corner of the box, headed back, on target, touched over. A good attempt there by Hall, Sam Hall, getting his first shot on target of his Lionsbridge FC career. A good look. Lionsbridge will have their second opportunity. A great job by Guerrero, standing on his line, making sure that he had the best angle. Looks like it's Andrew Bennett over on the far side of the field. So he gets ready to send this ball in for the second time. Getting a few final moments of instruction from Chris Wally, who's far up as he can be on the touchline. 2 arms up. Ball comes in. Similar spot. More bodies meet it. This one up and well over the bar. Luke Staats, the defender, putting his head on that one. But off-target crisis averted for Greenville, and now they'll look to work their way out from deep within their own territory. A short goal kick. And Espino will bring it up. Jones, the assistant coach at Old Dominion University, also coaches with Tennant McVea, who's on the bench for tonight's matchup. Potential substitute number 5 in blue is McVea. Great ball in towards the middle of the field, but dealt with expertly by the defense. And we're already 5 minutes into the season. A couple of opportunities for Lionsbridge, but nothing too dangerous that Greenville hasn't been able to deal with, specifically Guerrero. His teammates not really helping him out, though. A very hefty back pass that he had to deflect wide of the goal. Setting up a pair of corner kicks for Lionsbridge. But ultimately nothing on the scoreboard just yet. This one up towards the middle of the field. Staats gets his head on it. Able to knock it down. Lionsbridge trying to maintain some possession here along the middle of the park. A hard challenge. And going down was Souza, as well as one of the Greenville players, but that's another foul against Lionsbridge. That one against Victor Souza. Played into the back line for Lionsbridge. Recovered by Bennett. Far sideline, played low and slow. Corner of the box, in towards the middle. Plenty of room, but no one there on the near side. Quickly trying to work his way with an opportunity for a cross. It's low and on the ground. And this one settled by Bennett after he received the pass from Guerrero. It was a good look to try and find Wattam in the middle of the field. He just couldn't quite win the ball in the double team. Played up along the far sideline. Linesman waves his flag, signals the ball is crossed over the line, thrown for Lionsbridge. In their own half, trying to work it up. Nice idea to turn from Souza. But he gives the ball over, and immediately Espino gives it back to them by playing it out of bounds. We saw how Lionsbridge loved to work on the far side of the field, that right wing. And here we'll see it again. This one is played towards the middle, kicked away, well out of bounds. Good clearance by Victor Hernandez for Greenville United. That right wing is something that Lionsbridge really fell in love with over the last couple of seasons, and they obviously used it to great effect, finishing second place in the South Atlantic Division with 9 wins to boot. That's something that teams should be wary of coming into this season. We'll see if Lionsbridge can change it up. Corner sent in, well over the bar by Kadima. 3 corner kicks for Lionsbridge, certainly applying the pressure early on here. Now in the 9th minute. This one played short. Of course, it makes sense to try and work up on the right wing for Lionsbridge. It's right along their bench. There's now an opportunity here. This time they try to go through the middle of the field. Trying to shield the ball out of bounds. Able to do so successfully, Roby. A defender from Lantana, Texas. He'll shield the ball out, but it looks like you got a bit too much body-on-body contact. A free kick here for Greenville United. This time it's inside the Lionsbridge half. Vaught, about 10 yards away, looks to take this one. He'll send it in towards the box. Flicked on, but knocked away by the attackers. Trying to recover, able to do so successfully. Capel in towards the box now. Flag goes up by the linesman, and it looks like he's offside. Bit of confusion there on the side of Greenville United. Capel thought he was onside, and he was. But it was Baloney Joseph who was in the illegal formation on the wrong side of the field, and now taking a tumble. Lionsbridge will have their first free kick of the season. After Wattam went down, hard challenge from behind, quickly played up though by Staats. Will play it across the field, Materazzi. Now towards Jones. Not a lot of contact on that clearance, and it's won back by Greenville. Trying to work their way up. They just don't have very many numbers here. Didn't seem to matter too much until a very fortunate tackle came into play from the defense. Miscommunication, though, between Hall and it looked like Kadima. Would have been a great break for Lionsbridge. Hugo Kadima in that forward position. Robert Morris. He's the target man for Lionsbridge, and he's been looked to a couple times. Nice sliding challenge to redirect the pass out of bounds. So he's going to be a big focal point of the Lionsbridge offense if things continue to go the way that they are unfolding so far, but still plenty of time. Just about 80 minutes left of action here. Kadima, the Frenchman. At least 6 foot tall on the measuring tape. Head and shoulders a couple of his peers out on the field, and that makes him an ideal man to have up top. Able to win those aerial challenges on corners. He's got his head on the ball a couple of times, just haven't been able to put anything past the goalkeeper yet. Keeps it in play. Is Staats. Battle for possession. But Staats gives up another foul. 4 fouls already for Lionsbridge. And slowly but surely, Greenville United advancing down the field. Thanks to those slight mistakes, we'll call them, from Lionsbridge. Don't really need to be giving away too many fouls, especially this early on. And Jonathan Makoko behind the ball. His right-footed cross, bending away from the 6-yard box, headed on towards goal. And an easy save there for Jones. Didn't really have to move for it. He slows his team down. Gives his teammates a chance to breathe. Now he puts the ball down himself. Coco closing in, gets the ball away. Kadima couldn't really get up for that ball as he was pressured from behind. That'll be a foul most days of the week, and especially here this Wednesday night. Progress up, Staats, quick give and go. Trying to work with Hall down the line. Wattam getting in on the action. The ball is won back by Greenville. Too many blue jerseys. They turn it over. Guerrero back through the middle of the field. Hard pass played up. Stopped by Jallo. And now Greenville headed the other way with speed. Moving quickly. It looks like it's Mbai. He drops the ball back. No foul from the referee. Possession still in the hands of Greenville. Shot from distance. Off target. Looked like it might have taken a deflection, and it did. First corner kick of the game coming up here for Greenville United. Now Lionsbridge changing up their angle of attack, seeing a bit of a different strategy here now on the near side of the field. As Makoko gets set to take this corner kick. Still inside a dangerous area, booted up and out of play. Trying to move quickly on the throw-in, Greenville. Gives it away. Taken back by Miguel Guerrero. He goes down. The whistle blows. A bit of a quick conversation here with Vaught as we get a yellow card. The first one of the season. That'll be against Jacob Vaught in the 15th minute. It's interesting that Guerrero is the one who was pulled down, listed as a defender, but looks like he's been playing quite aggressively for someone in the back line. It looks like Lionsbridge running 4 in the back. And it looks like, in all honesty, Guerrero playing kind of in a center attacking midfielder, so not even a defensive midfielder. He has a couple players behind him still before you get to the defense. Positions, of course, can change throughout the season. Just depending on coach's preference, and this one is nudged up. Staats has the ball on his feet, but it's a good challenge from Hernandez to slide in there, disrupt the flow of the play. Wattam met him with a nice pass. Lee Wattam, the former Chowan player, started in 51 of 52 games, scoring 16 goals and 9 assists in the process. He then joined the coaching staff in 2021, so last fall, helped the program reach its first ever national tournament appearance. And they ended up making it to the Sweet 16. It says here he played for the inaugural squad of Greenville FC back in the 2017 season. So a year before Lionsbridge was birthed, he was helping another team get started, and coincidentally in his first game for the Bridge, he plays against that squad. The captain for Greenville passing it up. Vaught on a yellow card. Good idea to try and pass the ball in towards the center. Knocked off Wattam's leg. Back over the end line. Another corner kick coming up. Ball set to be played in. Swing away from the goal. Lionsbridge able to get ahead on it. Vaught trying to settle it down. Gets the pass off. Big challenge coming in from Materazzi. He's able to clear the ball away. That'll be another throw-in for Greenville. Quick throw from the captain, Jallo. Vaught out of bounds once more. Vaught wishes this one went his way. Staats reintroduces the ball back onto the field. Now battle along the near sideline. Both sides trying to claim possession for themselves and make significant progress down the field. This one's still in bounds before finally sailing out past the track and nearly making its way into the spectator seats. Hard throw down the line. Kadima in pursuit. Send a ball, a great ball across the width of the field. But no one there for Lionsbridge until you get to the far sideline, whereas De Souza, who was quickly matched by Bompong. Lionsbridge able to win the ball back after the poor possession attempt, but they quickly give it away. Vaught with a short throw. Shallow. Lets this one go by him. Is now trying to build up an attack from the back. Challenge from behind in the midfield. And that's the 5th foul of the night for Lionsbridge. This one, too much weight on it. And skipped out of bounds. Nice idea to try and play Jacob Vaught down towards the corner, see if he can get anything started or maybe win a corner kick. But Greenville beginning to move up. Miscommunication, pass into traffic. Now Lionsbridge on a break the other way. Touched back by Wattam, but no one's there to pick up the pass. A heavy ball down the other direction. And again, a bit more of the same. Both sides kicking the ball down the field. An attempt to get some offense going, but neither one able to really connect. Now Lionsbridge. A throw in from deep within their own territory. Bennett sends it back to Jones. Quick pass to Roby. Looking for options, doesn't find any. So he'll play it now down to Quiroga. On the opposite side of the field, goalkeeper for Greenville. 21 minutes gone by. Nothing really to speak of on the offensive side of things outside the first 10 minutes when Lionsbridge had a couple of attempts, but perhaps we might see something here. Heavy pass, waited just a bit too much. Jones off his line to scoop it up. Good awareness from him. Not allowing Derek Capel to squeak past the defense and fire off an easy shot. One save so far for Jones. That ball was fired directly at him. Up and over the top, Kadima outside the 18, makes his way in. Sliding challenge by the goalkeeper. And they'll say that one is just outside the 18-yard box. Both Quiroga and also Kadima down. Lionsbridge fans appealing for a penalty kick, and you might have a point with that one. It was very close to being on the inside of the box. And the sports medicine team out on the field. course, the Riverside Sports Medicine team, including doctors J.R. Barley, Stephanie Giamatorio, and Scott Kling, keeps Lionsbridge players healthy and on the field. Riverside Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Lionsbridge FC's choice for everything sports medicine. As Hugo Kadima is back up on his feet. Jose Quiroga is still down, although he is sitting up. Fans appealing for a red card, but instead it'll just be a yellow for the goalkeeper. We're in the 24th minute. At least there was an attempt to play the ball. It looked like Quiroga might have just missed it. Very fortunate not to give away a penalty kick, and now the head linesman conferring with the head referee conferring with the linesman on the far side of the field. The potential placement of the foul. And it looks like the initial decision will stand. It'll just be a free kick. When I say just a free kick, this is about as close as you can get to the 18-yard box without actually being inside it. Standing behind this, Wattam and Guerrero for Lionsbridge. Staats makes his way over. The trio behind the ball. We'll see where this wall gets set up. Mbai certainly appealing to the linesman about where this ball is going to be placed, and looks like it's a split decision between the judges, whether it's a free kick or a penalty kick. I think both sides have a fair argument on either way, and it looks like it will be a penalty kick. It'll be Kadima to take it. Quiroga trying to plead his case that he was able to make it outside the box. We'll see what happens here. Jose Quiroga in goal. Hugo Kadima, a forward. And Robert Morris from Besançon, France, to take the kick. A chance to put Lionsbridge up in the opener. Fires this one home. Lionsbridge with a goal. In the 26th minute, Kadima fires one past the goalkeeper from this spot to open up the scoring on the 5th season. And a great feeling for Lionsbridge fans, as well as Kadima. Imagine your first start for the club, able to net a goal and put your side up by 1, even before the halftime whistle. Now with a bit of work to be done by Greenville United. It's an uphill battle, down by 1. Still have plenty of time to go, though, of course. Over an hour of action left to be sorted out here at TowneBank Stadium. Temperature dropping just a little bit. That one's cleared out of bounds by Roby. A throw-in. Couldn't quite handle it. Lionsbridge able to recover, send it back into the defense. But no offsides from the official. It was passed back from Lionsbridge. Jones makes a save, and a second chance opportunity is not there as it's cleared out over the end line. And you'll hear it from coaches at all levels. The most dangerous time for a team to concede is right after they've scored. Greenville nearly able to capitalize on that opportunity. But still in a dangerous area outside the 18, finds a way in, but is met by Guerrero in his strong defense. Wattam goes down for the 5th foul on the side of Greenville United. Staats to Guerrero. Back to Staats. Plenty of space. Plays a little chip ball up to Kadima. Tries to settle it and make a quick pass up the field. But his labor's unfruitful. So now Greenville United slowing things down. Vaught picks his head up, tries to find a pass into the Lionsbridge defense, but it's cleared out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for Greenville. Quickly played. Vaught gets it back on his left foot. Gets it to his preferred right foot, and losing his footing was Joseph. A great chance there, as it's just booted down towards the opposite side of the field. And again, Quiroga can't pick it up, was forced to head it away. Not a lot of power behind it, as he thought that ball would be left to him. But nevertheless, still the ball firmly at the feet of Greenville United. Looked like there was an attempt to find McVea up top for Greenville, but instead they'll work it along the far wing. A lot of speed, sliding challenge by Materazzi, and he's able to win the ball. Very difficult skill a sliding tackle is. Have to time it perfectly, and Materazzi did. Out of Davis and Elkin, started in 11 of 13 games in his second season for the Senators. And just over his 1,000 minutes played. Picked up 3 goals and an assist. Vaught receives this one. Lionsbridge doing a really nice job to stay in their formation, and you can see it pretty well here in attendance, as well as on the screen, that line through the midfield and then the back 3 as well. Looks like they actually have a back 4, but whatever side the ball is not on, that defender then pinches in, allowing the defender with the side of the ball to move up and play a bit more aggressive, while still balancing out the back 3, a very popular formation that a lot of teams have been adopting in the last few years. Have all played up. Chance for Lionsbridge, but couldn't quite collect it on the far side of the field. Pinballed around too much. Or it looks like that's Bennett on the far side of the field. Or excuse me, that was Souza. Bennett and Souza working in tandem there to try and create another offensive opportunity, get a goal from the run of play, but unable to do such. Greenville United player down right along the sideline. Might have been some incidental contact between him and Souza. Souza comes over to help him up. He'll stay out on the field. Now a substitution here. First couple for Lionsbridge. Heading off the field is Luke Staats as well as Jones. So Travis Brown is out on the field now in goal. As well as Noe Bijou. Bijou in the right back position. Throw in here for Lionsbridge. Elliott to take it. A good short pass inside the 18-yard box. An opportunity to cross in towards the goal, but headed away by the defense. Wattam with a great opportunity. But the defense came up better that time. Corner kick coming up for Lionsbridge. This one swinging towards the goal and again knocked out of play. Good job by Espino to read that ball perfectly. Bijou also out of Robert Morris. This ball sails all the way through, out on the other end line, up and over everyone for a goal kick. Bijou and Kadima, teammates at Robert Morris, also fellow Frenchmen. Now dribbling up through the field, trying to pass the ball around, create some space in this Lionsbridge defense. Unable to do very much so far. As you could see, as soon as that ball was played up, very quick to step was Roby. Roby, Materazzi, Bijou, as well as Elliott, the back line for Lionsbridge. Moving very well together. Sliding challenge to prevent any further attack towards the goal. And a successful job avoiding the foul, as well as denying the opportunity. Be a goal kick here for Lionsbridge. The 35th minute about to come to a close. 10 or so minutes remaining in the first half, including stoppage time, of course. Lionsbridge up by 1. The goal in the 26th minute by Hugo Kadima from a penalty kick. Ball still in play. A great bit of skill there from Elliott to keep it in bounds, but unfortunately doesn't have a lot of support around him to continue the possession. Gives the ball away. Played up to Fofana. A lot of blue shirts in the vicinity, and they're able to clear the ball. Just nudge it back towards the side of Greenville, the opposite side of the field. Still trying to pressure their way forward. Joseph, nowhere to go. Picks his head up, tries to find a pass, doesn't see anyone yet. Forced to go back out wide to Vaught. Joseph's let this one slip through his legs. Tactical decision there to try and switch the ball to the opposite side of the field, maybe get a different angle, a different look at things. Catch Lionsbridge out of rotation, but passing has just been off the mark here for Greenville. And they try and advance into that attacking third, and whistle blows the ball into the back of the net, but no goal. As Brown kind of gave up on that play, Brown the goalkeeper, after the whistle was blown. Looks like a good strike, though. And if Greenville can continue to try and pepper Brown, who hasn't seen a shot so far since coming onto the field. Idea for Greenville to test his hand, see what he can do in goal, whether he picks the ball up, lets it fall. As an attempted shot there from quite a bit of distance, about 35 yards or so. A good look, but over the crossbar, no trouble for Brown. That's really the last thing that Greenville wanted in that situation, to just give away their free kick opportunity as a chance to potentially equalize. Again, it doesn't have to be directly from the free kick. You just want to use that set piece opportunity to build some momentum for yourself, especially down by 1. It always feels nice going into the halftime break up by 1. Knowing that you don't need a goal coming up in the next 45 minutes, you can sort of sit back, hunker down, and try and ride out the proverbial storm that the other team has to throw your way. Goal kick coming up. Goal kick taken by one of the defenders up towards half field. Booted up by Roby, though incidentally back towards his own goal. Not too much speed on it though. It was picked up by Bennett. Bennett played his first year of college soccer at Georgia State. Scored 2 goals on 15 shots and started 12 of 16 games the following season for the Red Storm at St. John's. Picked up 2 goals and assists from 14 shots, including 2 game-winning goals. An attempt from Hernandez to try and keep the ball in bounds just a split second too late. Lionsbridge now trying to capitalize on the opportunity. But as the rain continues to fall here, the ball and the surface get a bit more slick. These passing plays have to be just a bit more on point and picture perfect. It'll get increasingly more and more difficult to try and dribble your way through defense. The ball would love to just slip right off your feet. The teams have to rely on that passing game. Knocked up by Capel. Lionsbridge unable to come up with it out of bounds. Off of Elliott's feet. Quick throw in towards the middle. Fofana trying to settle this one down. Bijou clears it away. His first real big touch of the game, or significant touch. He's able to get a solid clearance as he boots the ball back up towards midfield, where Jallo now currently down. Kadima hit him with the challenge from behind. Jallo possibly trying to pull a card out from Kadima as he makes his case to the referee, the team captain for Greenville United. Well, it didn't look like it was too hard of a foul, but might have a potential case if maybe it was Kadima's 3rd or 4th offense. As Brown now picks it up after waiting a couple seconds, waiting for pressure to come. As we head into the 42nd minute, pressure on the near side of the field, and quickly sweeping in was Vaught. As now he lays his hand on an official, just nothing malicious, of course. Just trying to make his case that he made an attempt for the ball. Both sides up to about 7 fouls each. Kadima keeps it in play. Going down now is Elliott. It'll be another free kick for Lionsbridge. As they try and move quickly, Wattam will slow things down. Short ball through the heart of the field. Bennett from distance, touched away by the goalkeeper. Great save after a great look from Bennett. What a goal that would have been. Certainly one for the highlight reel, had that one stuck. And see, that's the thing, when you're just presented with space and an opportunity, why not take the shot? The ball's wet, the goalkeeper's gloves are wet, something might slip through. And that one nearly slipping through the defender's legs, but a great stop by Jallo had the goalkeeper beat. It looked like there was a foul against Lionsbridge as they went up for the ball. So it'll be a free kick as we inch closer and closer to halftime and the announcement of the stoppage time. Just a couple minutes away here. Hugo Kadima's penalty kick proving to be the difference maker so far as this one skips down the near sideline. Perhaps on a drier field that one would have stuck in bounds. Greenville trying to move up. Lock Lionsbridge deep within their own territory, force a turnover and a clothesline from Kadima. And that'll certainly earn himself a yellow card for that. Bit of an unfortunate timing as he put his hands out to brace himself as soon as the Greenville United player was set to go up for the aerial challenge. Like it caught right in the solar plexus and certainly can knock the wind out of you, especially when you're not expecting it. He was motioning towards his lower back as Victor Hernandez. He's up now, the trainer out on the field. Moments after being waved on, she's then waved off. And he'll have to step off the field since the trainer did come on. See Hernandez holding his lower back with his right hand. Took a bit of a nasty spill on his way down. Yellow card, justifiably so. Bott tries to play this one in, doesn't get very far, doesn't even make it inside the box. As Kadima plays it up. Quiroga having to corral this one with his hands. One of the few times that he's been able to, as a lot of the balls sent his way were from his own teammates. That one slipping right off the foot of Guerrero. A dangerous giveaway. Makoko plays it up down the far sideline. Mbai. Sliding challenge just outside the box. And Materazzi clips the player there and pick up a yellow card. In the 45th minute. The 20-year-old Italian defender just deciding to make a bit of a foolish play there. As it might have been the wiser decision to just stay in step with Mbai. As it was a counterattack, not many bodies in towards the middle of the box, but in the heat of the moment, sometimes you can forget where everyone is and you feel like you just have to make that play out on the wing. Played up and out of bounds. Not a dangerous effort. That's another free kick gone to waste for Greenville United. And the visitors hustling to try and get the ball back up to Brown so he can put it in play. Brown urging his team forward. The halftime whistle blows, and we'll take a break here at TowneBank Stadium. As both teams will head off to the locker room, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. We'll see what changes both sides make. Lionsbridge up by a score of 1-0, thanks to a penalty kick in the 26th minute from Hugo Kadima. First start for Kadima, and able to get the go-ahead goal, and Lionsbridge is 5th season in the opening contest.
through. At Bowditch Ford, your dealership experience will be one of total satisfaction. Our professional sales associates make buying easy, fast, and fun. And when it comes to service, experience better. From maintenance to repair to parts, collision, even our quick lane, we do it better. Your time is valuable and your dollar's hard-earned. We'll take care of you. Bowditch Ford, a tradition of doing the right thing.
Hey Lionsbridge fans, Bruce Farrell here from Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, Hampton Roads trusted mortgage lender and proud sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. We know every homebuyer is different, so we're dedicated to putting you first every step of the way. Contact me today. I'm ready to make the assist on all your home buying goals. Let's go Bridge!
Prior to exercising outside in the heat, there's a couple things to always think about. First, always making sure that you properly hydrate with water. And this can be up to a couple days even prior to exercising. If you start feeling run down, not feeling right, make sure you take a break. If we do start getting to the point where your symptoms are getting worse and you're not feeling right, it will be very important to seek medical attention. Again, getting the body temperature down and getting your hydration back up and resting appropriately.
The rotator cuff is a group of muscles that surround the shoulder joint, as you can see here. There's 4 of them, and like all muscles, they have a muscle belly, which is this red fleshy portion here, and a white tendinous portion. And so when the rotator cuff tears, essentially what happens is the white tendon comes off the bone. The recovery is basically, you're in a sling for about 6 weeks to allow the tendon to heal. By 3 months, I let patients get back to things like lifting weights, playing golf, swimming, things of that nature.
You're always there with just what they need.
Go, sweetie. Got you some dinner?
Making tough times easier.
I appreciate it.
And the good times, great.
Here, clean yourself up.
To make them feel safe, special, and most of all, loved. You're always there for them. And we're always here for you. Food Lion. Here for every moment.
I started my career by going to the United States Merchant Marine Academy. My favorite part of working at a shipyard is the dynamic jobs we do every day. There's always new challenges, new problems that come up.
I went through the apprenticeship with Kalani's, coming in not knowing much, but as you grow and go through the program, like I said, you start to learn. My favorite part of my career is just knowing the work that we do helps support this country, also helps protect this country as far as the vessels that we work on.
And welcome back here to TowneBank Stadium in Newport News. The temperature has dropped a little bit. The sun has set and the rain has started to fall once more. Lionsbridge FC up by a score of 1-0 over the counterparts Greenville United. That lone goal came in the 26th minute. And that was off the foot of Hugo Kadima from a penalty kick. It was brought down just inside the penalty area by the goalkeeper Jose Quiroga, who picked up a yellow card in the process. Was able to coolly slot home a shot for the go-ahead goal here in Lionsbridge, the opener of the season. We have a substitution here for Lionsbridge coming out of the halftime break. Victor De Souza, number 30, headed off the field, and taking his place is Owen Barber. Owen Barber, the 19-year-old, plays for the Blazers at UAB. Hasn't appeared for the Blazers yet. This coming fall will be his first season with them. Played in 4 of 6 games for, I believe it was William and Mary in the previous season. As Greenville set up ready to go, and the rest of the lineup, I believe, looks like it looks the same here out on the field. So Travis Brown, of course, in goal once again. Materazzi in defense, along with Roby, Elliott, and Bijou. Guerrero in the midfield, along with Hall, Wattam, and Bennett. Of course, a couple of opportunities as here comes Bijou trying to send in a cross. It looked like it might have went off his foot a bit awkwardly in towards the goalkeeper. Unable to hold that one steadily. Quiroga not letting it get away from him. Would have been disastrous if that one had slipped through and doubled the lead of Lionsbridge. There's good communication, lets this one go by. Materazzi plays it up, trying to find Barber. Looking for his opening touch. Lionsbridge able to steal this one away. Far side of the field, both players going for a sliding challenge. Ball still inbounds. Sent back in towards the middle of the field. Referee's flag stays down. Lionsbridge able to win the ball back. No foul from the official. A good win by Bijou. Makes the overlapping run. Can he get the ball back? Trying to do his best. And that one is watched out of bounds. Looks like that was Mbai in defense. Or excuse me, Espino, who did well to shield the ball out of bounds. Mbai was coming in for some support. It was played up in towards the 18-yard box. Mbai trying to settle it down. Back to Joseph. Fofana gets cleared out as he tries to play the ball up. He's slow to get up. The ball moving rather quickly now. Hard tackle. Going down is Baumpong. That'll be the first foul of the second half against Lionsbridge. It was fairly physical in the first frame of action. 8 fouls on each side. And 2 yellow cards apiece. One belonging to Vaught, as well as Quiroga for the visitors. And for Lionsbridge, it's Kadima and Materazzi who each have one. A foot race here, going down and letting this one go by was Travis Brown. Elliott made the sliding attempt to try and block off a direct angle towards the goal, able to do so successfully. Not quite raining too hard here, is more of a mist that slowly makes its way across the field. Greenville playing a ball in towards the middle. Bijou clearing it out. Has been strong defensively when called upon the last couple times since coming out onto the field. Arrived at about the 35-minute mark. Now it looks like a bit of an argument down on the field by the far sideline, trying to decide maybe where this ball is placed or if there should be a foul. Of course, cooler heads prevail. The throw-in comes out onto the field. Elliott heads it away. Physical defending by the Lionsbridge back line. Able to clear that ball away once more. Quick throw. Bompong puts it in play. Able to get his foot on it as tried to be played up by Bijou. Bijou, the 20-year-old, certainly trying to do his best to impress Coach Wally and the other staff. Flicked over the top inside the 18-yard box, and that one's off target. Great opportunity for Kadima. Just couldn't quite find the space to fire off a shot. And of course, you have to laud the defenders for that. They were really able to crowd him and not give him that opportunity. Certainly would have been a very tall task for Quiroga to try and come up with a save there, as here comes another corner kick, first of the second half. This one swinging towards the goal, backside of the 6-yard box, but out of bounds, bypassing everyone. And a bit too much power behind that one. It looks like that was Hall who played that one in on the corner. Now Bennett. Wearing the orange cleats, easy to pick him out here at TowneBank Stadium. Foul called against Greenville. It'll be a free kick. Bennett walks away from this. Now trying to find the right position is Wattam. We've seen Lionsbridge players score from this distance before. As he heads this one in by Kadima, just off target. Good look, but it was offsides anyway. It's always this interesting to try and set that offsides trap on defense. Could be disastrous if you get it wrong. The entire back line, and in those situations, the whole squad has to be synchronized together. If one person messes up and follows their mark, everyone else is allowed on sides. And it can really set you up for disaster on the back end. Good job by Bijou to win the ball back for a throw-in. Kadima settling it down. Guerrero, 3-on-1 situation, able to get the pass off, and Hall going into the splits, able to continue possession, but Lionsbridge ends up giving it away as they tried to move forward. A drop kick from Quiroga. Well past the halfway line, and Materazzi can't control it. Is now beginning to quickly move down the field. Joseph throws it inside the box. Materazzi getting a bit too physical. Fortunate not to give away a foul, as he's sitting on a yellow card already, and now the referee will just have a quick conversation with him. Shoulder-to-shoulder contact with Jonathan Makoko. Makoko makes his way off the field. And so will Joseph. Coming onto the field is Carlos Ochoa, as well as Obi R. There's Elliott on the far sideline trying to win his one-on-one. Unable to do so. Keeps the ball and fires it, though, unfortunately for the home fans. Out over the end line. Goal kick coming up. Quiroga once more opting not to take this one. Allows the defender to boot this one up into the night sky. Able to get good distance on it. Azar is able to get his first touch of the game. Able to link up with Ochoa, and now the little two having a game of keep away from everyone in the blue jerseys. Pass firing off the shin pads of the Greenville forward. All the way back to Brown, who picks it up. Faines rolling it out to Bijou. Now we'll decide where to redistribute the ball. Sends a drop kick of his own. Bit of a line drive. Picked up by Bijou in the middle of the field. Crossing the halfway line with a pass to Hall. Out of bounds throw for Lionsbridge. Kadima trying to go up and over the defense. Good physical play from Espino slows him down and forces the ball out of bounds. Lionsbridge now taking their turn to win a throw-in. Both sides really dueling along the sidelines. There's another throw-in to be won by Lee Wattam. He's doing a good job with the physical play. Cross sent in. Immediately back where it came from, out of bounds. That was Barber with the attempt to try and get an assist for himself, or start something at least for Lionsbridge. Bijou getting the ball back. A couple players losing their footing and just couldn't quite find Wattam inside the 18-yard box. Great positioning by Wattam on sides and all alone. But that ball just going over his head. Up the field. Bennett tries to take it away unsuccessfully. Slide tackle by Elliott knocks it out of bounds. Elliott fired off 20 shots during over 1,500 minutes of play for Auburn Montgomery. And the 21-year-old, earned 8 yellow cards, including 3 in a span of 3 games. But seems to be showing good temperament tonight. As Brown goes up for a challenge, and he goes down hard after colliding with his teammate, and now the Riverside Sports Medicine team quickly making their way out onto the field. Looked like a scary collision inside the 18-yard box as Materazzi went up at the same time as Brown. And of course, as a goalkeeper, you always want to make sure that you're the one getting to the ball. Brown able to lift up both of his arms and still looks like he's in a bit of discomfort, holding on to his left arm specifically. Now slowly walking it out, and looks like there will be a substitution here. So the second goalkeeping change for Lionsbridge. And of course, Brown headed off the field. Marc-Antoine Huzen Counterattack for Lionsbridge, quickly moving from one side of the field to the other, nearly winning another corner kick, but Vaught able to knock it away. Trying to capitalize on the brief pause and catch the Greenville side sleeping. Unable to do so, defense wakes up at the last possible second. Lionsbridge tries to hold on to the ball. That one's slipping just under the foot of Bennett. He gives the ball away. A dangerous spot. A perfect through ball. Huzen should be asked and makes a big save. Second chance goes awry. And frustration beginning to show on the faces of the Greenville United players. And how about that for Marc-Antoine Huzen? Coming directly onto the field, being asked to make a pair of huge saves, and he comes up big, making the stop. Preserving the shutout for Lionsbridge, and more importantly, preserving that 1-goal lead for the boys in blue. Huzen also out of Paris, France, at 22 years of age, plays for Midwestern State. Kadima gets tripped up by the official, but inconsequentially, as that one's out of play for a goal kick. Using 20 of 20 games he started in all 20 appearances for the Midwestern State Mustangs. Lone Star Conference Goalkeeper of the Year, made the All-Tournament team, and of course, the All-Tournament MVP. He racked up 58 saves across over 1,800 minutes, and they're just doing what he does best, and that's making stops. As he gets the ball back from Bijou on the throw-in. And of course, not all the credit can be attributed to him. Of course, getting a lot of help, I assume, from his defense. The foul gets called against Fofana as he kicks away a water bottle after knocking down the Lionsbridge player. I assume that might be a final warning for him before we see a yellow card be issued in his direction. The play begins once more on the far sideline right in front of the Lionsbridge bench. A couple of substitutes ready to go. Guerrero gets the pass at his feet. Plays it back towards Kadima in the middle, who's just off target. Now a couple more substitutes here for Lionsbridge. Lee Wattam headed off the field, as well as Hall. Coming in to take their place, Tennant, McVea. Also, Graham Duggold. Graham Duggold wearing number 20 for Lionsbridge as Bijou plays a big cross in towards McVea, who's situated up top. But McVea's attempt goes straight up to Jallo, who then heads it back to Quiroga. Duggold, the 17-year-old, I believe the youngest player on this Lionsbridge side, certainly a name to watch for this season as well as in the future. Played at the Virginia Development Academy. 17 years old, verbally committed to VCU. I believe we're the goalkeeper for Lionsbridge in their first season. Joe Rice played. Graham Duggold scored both goals in a 2-1 double overtime victory to close out the regular season. I believe it was his high school team on Monday. So fresh off a game earlier in the week where he was the double overtime hero, playing USL2 semi-pro soccer all before his 18th birthday what a week for him. We'll see if he can continue his hot streak into the summer, and then we'll see what happens in the fall. Will certainly be a name to watch as well. Early on in the season, it's always tough to tell who those breakout players are going to be and those high impact players. Materazzi gets beat. Huzen nearly asked upon again to come up with a big stop. The attacker couldn't get the shot off, and it rolls harmlessly out of bounds. About half an hour to go here. Lionsbridge up by 1. Still that lone penalty kick proving to be the difference maker so far. Not a lot of chances for Greenville United to get anything on the board. As Charlie Elliott looks to go off the field with looked like a cramp in his lower leg. So Sam Hall will come back out onto the field, and they might need another substitute as Bijou goes down right along the halfway line. A trainer from Riverside Sports Medicine team. The Riverside Sports Medicine team, including doctors J.R. Barley, Stephanie Giamatorio, and Scott Kling, keep Lionsbridge players healthy and out on the field. Riverside Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is Lionsbridge FC's choice for everything sports medicine. He's getting some attention, Bijou is, towards his right shoulder. Looks like he took an awkward spill. He's just getting it checked out. Able to move his hand and still seems to be in a bit of discomfort. It'll be too much for him to maybe safely carry on, so he'll head off the field. And so Victor De Souza will come back out onto the field. De Souza, one of the starters for Lionsbridge, as here's Guerrero trying to fire off a shot. De Souza nearly picking up the leftovers inside the 18-yard box. An initial shot was stopped in traffic. And going between the legs was Barber. He goes down. Throw in coming up. De Souza spent 2 years as a head coach of the U10 and U11 teams for Montgomery FC down in Alabama. Montgomery FC was ranked number 1 in the state in the U10 division and number 2 in the state in the U11 division. So certainly can bring a lot of coaching experience, at least at the lower levels, rather younger levels. And surely can transfer through to all levels. And just that vast game knowledge that is necessary. We'll see how he can help his side here as he embarks on a new journey with Lionsbridge FC. Start of season 5 for the club. First season for him, and they're up by 1 on opening night. Rain continuing to fall The ball certainly not getting any drier out there, and neither is the playing surface. Espino. Good pass. Now it finds its way towards the far side of the field. Greenville trying to work with something here. Just over 22 minutes to go. Need to come up with the goal, and it would be helpful if it was sooner rather than later. But a goal's a goal as long as it's within the 90 minutes. It's now moving quickly up the field. Bompong inside the 18-yard box, cutting back towards the top of the 18. Sliding challenge. An attempt to block off the shot. Materazzi needs to be a bit more careful when he's going to the ground. No foul called, and easy enough for Huzen. Materazzi up the field, a good pass, good long ball inside the 18-yard box. Cleared away by the defense, but great field position for Lionsbridge as they're trying to mount an attack here. Don't want to be too aggressive, though, coming up, as they do have the 1-goal lead. We'll hand the ball off to Hall. Little game of keep away. Here's Hall. Short pass to Guerrero. Looking to go backwards, eat up a bit more of the clock, possibly find a new angle. Didn't see anything that they liked initially, and they're under no pressure to get that goal. Hall has 4 goals and 1 assist while starting the final 5 of 11 games for Chowan. 2-on-1 situation. Guerrero and Hall making things very difficult for the defense of Greenville United as they try and break out of their own territory. McVea also getting in on the action. Materazzi heavy defending from behind. Gets whistled for the foul. Played up by Fofana towards the far side of the field. It looked like the ball was out of position, and it'll be brought back. Getting things going once more, cleared away from the 18-yard box. Greenville unable to really get anything going, and that's just a great testament to Lionsbridge and their ability to maintain their shape, cut off those passing angles. They really know how to make things difficult for the opposition. It was a big part of their success last year, as it's really impossible to beat them if you can't score against them. And they did a really nice job preventing very many opportunities to go their way. They finished second place in the South Atlantic Division with 9 wins, 2 losses, and 3 draws. Errant pass goes out of bounds, and a corner kick coming up for Lionsbridge. It was a bit of an awkward play by, I believe, Espino back towards his goalkeeper, Quiroga. It was well off the mark and off target from the goal. Lionsbridge faithful trying to urge their players forward, pick up a goal here on the corner, double the lead, secure that insurance policy, as this one is up and over almost everyone. Materazzi gets his head on it, tries to flick it back in towards the box. Kadima plays it into the back of the net, but he's offsides by just a fraction of a hair. Lionsbridge fans frustrated with that one going against them. The linesman in the right spot at the right time, able to make that call perfectly. It doesn't take much to be offsides, but if you're off, you're off. And the goals don't count. We'll have to settle for a second opportunity here. Souza tried to be the target man this time, but that ball was overplayed. Now beginning to work out of their own half. Bomb pong. Ball pinballing around. Greenville United trying to come up with it, but Bennett gets there first, plays it out wide to a teammate. And it's booted up by Hall, all the way back to Quiroga. Hall getting there, able to make the interception, slow down the attack. Guerrero gets on the end of it, making his way down to Kadima. Fires off the pass, Guerrero in the middle, misses McVea. And McVea has this one slide out from under his feet. A heavy pass expertly controlled by Huzen. A lot of spin on that ball, and he did well to chest it down. We're seeing good control from the goalkeepers when they're not able to use their hands. And here comes Kadima in towards the middle. McVea takes a shot. Good save by Quiroga. McVea, the 34-year-old defender, playing up as a target man for Lionsbridge. Has multiple international appearances for Northern Ireland's U17, 18, and 19 teams. Played in Finland's top division, as well as Loyola. The MAAC Defensive Player of the Year for 3 years in a row, making him the first player to receive the accolade in 3 consecutive years. So McVea certainly brings a lot of experience to any lineup or any locker room that he's in. As the ball goes out of bounds, a throw-in for Greenville. Squeaks towards the near sideline. Greenville trying to build something out of seemingly an innocuous play. Moving quickly was Bracco. And a throw-in. Lionsbridge trying to settle things down here in the 77th minute. Played down the line to Barber. As this one's out of bounds. The throw-in for Lionsbridge, trying to move quickly. McVea tried to thread the needle on that pass through the middle of the field, unsuccessful. This time, second try gets the job done. Breaking through, firing off a shot into the back of the goal. Lionsbridge, Andrew Bennett doubles the lead for the boys in blue. What a big moment that is here in the 78th minute. And just when you need it, the 20-year-old from Boxburn, England, able to net another goal for Lionsbridge. And they're just really sticking with the play in the middle of the field. Able to almost force his way through the defense. believe that assist might have come from McVea, as he's able to fire off a pass. Made an initial attempt, and a great bit of skill there. Trying to evade the sliding tackle. Foul picked up. Another one called against Lionsbridge. The free kick here for Greenville as the rain continues to pour. Have to make something out of this, at least get a shot on target. Materazzi deflects it away. Lionsbridge able to pick up the trash and just send this ball down to the middle of the field. Stopped, though, by Bompong. Good job by him to slow down the Lionsbridge counterattack. And Guerrero, a heavy challenge, trying to get stuck in. The ball goes out of bounds. Quick throw coming from Bracco. Ball up to McVea. To Souza. Plays it up the field. Quiroga picks it up, though. Now the ball pinballing around the middle of the park. Lionsbridge trying to hold on to the ball, or mainly just keep it away from their own half. So that one's dribbled out of bounds. Throw in for Lionsbridge. Kadima. It'll be a substitute here for Lionsbridge. Late in the game, coming off the field is Materazzi. And now a substitute also for Greenville coming out onto the field. Ball up and over. A chance here, fired into the back of the goal. Lionsbridge with another tally. This one going over to Victor De Souza. So 3-0 for Lionsbridge. De Souza with the goal. It looked like that ball slipped through everyone. It's all about positioning. Sometimes the ball finds its way free, and you just have to be there able to capitalize on the opportunity. De Souza able to do that expertly. As Chelsea Dagger rings out once again here at TowneBank Stadium. You mentioned earlier about De Souza's experience as a coach for two of the top teams in all of Alabama. And no doubt that's something that he's preached towards his players. And let's just crash the goal anytime the ball goes in. Be sure you're there to follow up on the opportunity. Because not all the goals can be screamers from 30 yards out, as this throw-in goes to McVea. Drops it down to Barber. It'll be a throw-in now for Greenville. Now they're headed down the other direction. Guerrero pokes the ball away. Now we see here Noe Bijou back out onto the field. Good to see him back getting into the mix of things. Bijou fell to the ground earlier in the contest and took a bit of an awkward spill. Certainly nice to see that he's been able to carry on, come back out onto the field. Now Huzen, of course, taking his time, getting the ball set for the goal kick. We get later and later into the game. This one plays short to Bijou, who fires up a line drive, rather a worm burner. The fire quickly extinguished by all the rain here. Trying to dance through the middle of the field, McVea and Guerrero together. Though they get turned away by the Greenville defense. Ball gets booted back up, and we'll see if he was offsides to Souza. Look like his positioning was good there. Able to stay onsides, making the jump at just the right time. The sliding challenge goes awry. Greenville still in possession. Fires off a pass with the outside of the foot. You can't really be relying on skills like that here in rainy conditions, as Michael Ross is unable to get on the end of it. With the wet conditions, you always want to be as sure as possible. Not rely anything that requires too much technique, as the soccer ball certainly knows its angles and its physics. If you hit it even just a couple degrees off or too much spin on it, it'll be exacerbated by the wet conditions. The ball can slip off your foot much, much easier. As you saw there, number 14 in blue trying to play the ball in towards the goal. And had his angle just a bit off. And the ball went careening in towards the festival area where fans are huddled underneath the tent over in the beer garden. And barring any late last-minute heroics, it looks like this game will be a victory for Lionsbridge. You're in the season opener, season number 5 in 2022. Against Greenville United. Though certainly time to tack on a couple more goals as this one is played up towards Guerrero. It was Souza who brought the ball forward. Guerrero looking for an opportunity, finds Souza traveling in. Drops it towards the middle of the box. Defenders can't swing through it, and instead swinging up and over the crossbar. Looks like Wattam's attempt goes high. And so up next for Lionsbridge, another contest about 10 days away from now, Saturday, May 21st. It'll be same time, same place, and of course the same Facebook channel where you're tuning into now, and they'll be taking on Christos FC. I believe we might have a bit nicer weather than this gloomy night. And of course, you can head to lionsbridgefc.com/tickets for more information on that contest, as well as all the future fixtures that the team has. Go there to purchase your tickets, as well as get more info about what's coming up this season if you want to look ahead. Corner kick coming up. This one directed away. And it looks like we'll rinse and repeat. This one played short. Lionsbridge still in possession, traveling back towards their own half. 89th minute now. Huzen well off his line and off the middle of the field as well. This one's played back by 14 to Huzen. Touch with the outside of his foot. Pressure coming, though, in the double team. Needs to get it away now and he'll use a bit of skill. Not a lot of power behind that pass, or that clearance, rather. Martinez trying to win it back for Greenville. As the ball makes its way towards the sideline, rolls out of bounds. And May 21st is Virginia Ship Repair Association night. Just over a week from now. A great opportunity to come out and enjoy the weekend with some local soccer. And even if you're not local, make the trip down or up wherever you're from. Of course, stay with the Marriott here, located in Newport News. Just a quick drive away from TowneBank Stadium. Marriott, the official hotel partner of Lionsbridge FC. Is now De Souza running inside the box. Fires off a cross and miscommunication there between goalkeeper and defender. But nevertheless, crisis averted, at least for now. Lionsbridge still trying to push forward. Get a couple more players out on the score sheet. As Bijou collects this one just inside his own half. Plays it all the way back to Huzen. Pressure coming again outside of the foot. Frustrating forwards on the other team. And there will be the final whistle. Lionsbridge coming away with a 3-0 victory to open the season here at TowneBank Stadium. And already off to a good start and so far undefeated. We'll see how they continue throughout the year. The game started off very physical. A pair of yellow cards before the 25th minute. One to Vaught, Jacob Vaught of Greenville United, and the second one to the goalkeeper, Jose Quiroga. And that yellow card to Quiroga actually led to the penalty kick, which was promptly put away by Kadima to open up the scoring in the 26th minute. It was a pair of yellow cards to bookend the first half. Kadima got one, and Materazzi did as well for the boys in blue. And then it wasn't until the 78th minute when we had some more action on the score sheet. Andrew Bennett notched a good goal in the 78th minute, pushing his way through the defense, firing off a shot. And then in the 82nd, just a handful of minutes later, Victor De Souza picking up the trash on a ball that squeaked through on a cross, firing it past the goalkeeper and rounding out the scoring tonight. And for all of us here at TowneBank Stadium, we appreciate you tuning in. It's been a great time to bring you this contest, as Lionsbridge able to come away with the victory to start the season. We'll be back once again Saturday, May 21st at 7 p.m. against Christos FC. You can head to lionsbridgefc.com/tickets for that. And for Christian Urch on camera, I have been, will continue to be Austin Urch, and we'll see you next time.